Hi, friends. Today, we're going to learn about the amazing story of Adam and Eve in the beautiful Garden of Eden. Let's dive in and see what happened.
Long, long ago, when the world was brand new, God created a beautiful garden called Eden. It was a perfect place, filled with colorful flowers, tall trees, and crystal clear streams. God decided to make someone special to take care of this amazing garden. With great care and love, God took some dust from the ground and shaped it into a man. He breathed life into the man's nostrils, and suddenly, the first human came to life. God named him Adam, which means man in Hebrew. Adam was curious and excited to explore the garden. God brought all the animals he had created to Adam, giving him the important job of naming each one. Adam looked at each animal carefully, thinking of the perfect name for each. He named the lion for its loud roar, the giraffe for its long neck, and the elephant for its big ears. It was a fun task, but after naming all the animals, Adam felt a bit lonely. God noticed this and said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." So God put Adam into a deep sleep. While Adam slept, God took one of his ribs and used it to create a woman. When Adam woke up and saw her, he was overjoyed. He called her Eve, which means life giver, because she would become the mother of all living people. God told Adam and Eve that they could enjoy everything in the garden. They could eat from any tree they wanted, except for one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God warned them, "If you eat from this tree, you will surely die." Adam and Eve agreed to follow God's rule. Life in the garden was wonderful. Adam and Eve spent their days exploring, taking care of the animals, and talking with God. They were happy and at peace. But one day, a clever serpent came to Eve. It was the craftiest of all the animals God had made. The serpent asked Eve,
"Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?"
Eve replied,
We can eat from all the trees, except the one in the middle of the garden. God said we shouldn't even touch it, or we'll die.
The serpent, being tricky, said,
You won't really die. God knows that when you eat from that tree, your eyes will be opened. You'll be like God, knowing good and evil.
Eve looked at the fruit on the tree. It looked delicious and beautiful. She thought about how nice it would be to become wise like God. So she took some fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. Suddenly their eyes were opened. They realized they were naked and felt ashamed. They quickly made clothes from fig leaves to cover themselves. Later they heard God walking in the garden. Scared and ashamed, they hid among the trees. God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam answered,
I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.
God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. But God knew they had all disobeyed. Because of their disobedience, God had to punish them. He told the serpent it would crawl on its belly and be enemies with humans. To Eve, he said childbirth would be painful. To Adam, he said work would become hard and tiring. Then God made clothes from animal skins for Adam and Eve. But he had to send them out of the beautiful garden. Life outside Eden would be difficult, but God still loved them and promised to take care of them. This story teaches us important lessons. It shows us that our choices have consequences, and disobeying rules can lead to punishment. But it also reminds us that even when we make mistakes, God still loves us and provides for us. The story encourages us to think carefully about our decisions and to trust in God's wisdom.